Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another stream. Hopefully this one's gonna be nice. So it's a bit different from things I've done over the past 7 or 8 streams, and this time we're focusing on preparation and departure for a long haul flight. Obviously we're not going to do the whole thing. We're going to be here for a little bit in the pre-flight phase, and then we'll probably just get to cruise and then say auf Wiedersehen and come back in for the arrival into destination a lot later. So flight we have today is from London Heathrow to Bahrain. We're on an Airbus A340-300 from London Heathrow to Bahrain, and it's a Gulf Air 340-300. Obviously these planes don't work for Gulf Air anymore, but we're doing something a little bit retro and going back to the early 2000s, late 90s, something like this. At the moment boarding is in progress, and very soon we can look at the stuff that's going on in the flight deck. So let's jump in. It's gonna be our seat for the next few hours as we get the flight underway. Let us see. Have to set up the faceplane views for it, but let's go and see what we have. Importing the flight from SimBrief. Fairly straightforward. Obviously departure time 11:35, which is now, and we are missing it for sure. So the reason we're missing it, I have had problems with GSX all afternoon. I launched a hotfix yesterday and it's just been a mess since. So flight plan, let's look at it. Wonderful. Gulf Air 2 from Heathrow to Bahrain. We're gonna cruise with a constant of 68. A9C Lima Hotel. Obviously late. And we're expecting to arrive at Bahrain at 18:15 Zulu. So it's probably gonna be more like 1900 now. Let's take a look. I think there was an event. That's the whole point of selecting this route. So that event, yeah, we're gonna miss. It's gonna end at 10, so we're gonna be late and it's not gonna go quite to plan. So what we can do to help it along, let's take a look. GSX is boarding slowly, and if we are done and GSX isn't ready, we're gonna just restart GSX, just use it for pushback and forget about it. Super. Let's see what we got. We're not limited by any of the weights. In fact, if you look at it, our takeoff weight 194.2 is about 2 tons, 2.2 tons more than the landing weight. Essentially a quick return is well within the realm of possibility. And here we have, of course, distances and average wind. So it seems to be a headwind for most of the route. And we see here at plus 31, I guess it's a tailwind. Flight time to Bahrain is 6 hours. And that's 5% contingency. The alternate, quite a long way away, is Riyadh, 1 hour away. Of course, Dammam is right across the bridge. We can probably go there as well if required. And we've got 30 minutes of final reserve fuel. All standard. We're not taking any additional fuel. I don't see any reason to. I think we'll end up saving something, and this 5% contingency is okay for a 20-minute hold if it comes to that. That's the routing. I think maybe it's better to show the routing on an en route map so we get an idea of what that looks like. Okay, so I need to load that into the FMC first for it to pop up, I think. Okay, so let's work on some of these stuff. Let's go ahead and get the overhead panel sorted out. So Nav 1, Nav 2, Nav 3. I've turned the electrics on already, just for myself, and then we can go into the McDo, start working on that. The cycle is out of date, so that's something I need to do as well. So obviously I haven't flown the 340 in a while in that case, so how do I do that now? Settings, third-party settings, and we want to update our nav data. It's a good thing we're doing that. Oh, what happened there? I keep missing what it says. Simulation paused. Please unpause via toolbar. It is unpaused. Yeah, what I'm going to do is log out of Navigraph and log back in. And that should sort us out. Hopefully. And I'll just put that code in. Hold on a sec, folks. Apologize for the delay. This seems to be an ongoing issue with trying to somehow start flights in the afternoon. I'm always unsuccessful. So what's that code? Let's get that. It's, oh gosh, wrong code. All right, let me just put this here. 7 Zulu Ray MLV. Let's approve that. Allow it, fam. Okay, that's allowed. Should close automatically. Let's wait for that. Nope, hasn't loaded. Let's try it again. Ah, okay. Navigraph data updated. Okay, it said that. I saw it. Still the wrong one here. Let's go to a different page and try come back and see if that has in fact worked out. Back to menu, FM1. Yep, that's up to date. Okay, don't really care much about Navigraph from this point on. Good. And we're working now to... Oh, what a mess this is. So it was essentially updating. Okay, we'll leave it be. Let's get onto the MCDU and let's request our initialization details. Bahrain, sorry, Heathrow to Bahrain, Gulf Air to King Khalid. As the alternate initial climb is to flight level 370. Let's go at, that seems a bit high, but then again the airplane is not all that heavy. Initial climb flight level 370, is that correct? Times and weights, flight log. Yeah, top of climb at 370. That's us. Company message receipt. We'll take a look at the company message after. Tropo don't know. Winds have come through, and we'll just about go sort this out in a second. But we started this whole scheme because I was trying to tell you about the en route. There we go. Flight takes us out over the channel. I think we go through Belgium onto Germany, Austria, Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria, Turkey, a little bit of Cyprus, Lebanon, Syria, into Saudi Arabia, and then finally into Bahrain. That whole thing's going to take about 6 hours, and I promise you the flight's going to absolutely fly by until we get to Antalya, and then it's going to slow right down for some reason. Lovely. Back here in the FB, we want to make sure the weights are in. Payload and fueling, we're going to import all of that from SimBrief. And we'll instantly load fuel. And we'll instantly load the payload. And then we'll just do GSX for the visual and for timing purposes and all that stuff. Let's take a look at the charts here for London Heathrow. We're parked at Terminal 4. Which is apparently where Gulf Air operate out of now. I don't know where they used to operate out of, and we are at Terminal 4, Stand 402. In terms of the weather and what we expect to fly, in Heathrow it's 230 at 11, so it's going to be most likely runways 27 as a direction of flight. I'm going to take a look at flight radar. There's nobody online here on VATSIM, but in general it seems that people follow what flight radar does. And it looks like 27 left for departure for us, just shorter taxi. As you see there, 27 left, so we can exit Tango onto Sierra, and I'm happy to take Sierra Bravo 3 as the intersection for departure. Alternatively, we can go all the way down to Sierra 1 for full length. Doesn't really change anything for me. We'll do a takeoff brief after, but that was just the initial sort of, hey, this is what we're doing kind of thing. In terms of SIDs, we are doing a Dietling departure. Yep, heading towards the east. Dietling, I don't know how it's said. Good. That's done. We're not going to use iniBuilds. We might as well, right? Okay, done. QNH, I've already forgotten. The QNH was, let's see, 1014. Let's go ahead and set that. 1014. 1014 for my colleague, and also 1014. And also 1014 on the standby ISFD panel. Flight director on my end. Of course, we've checked all the oxygen equipment and all that stuff. 5,000 there. We'll turn the flight director on for my colleague. And 122.8. Let's listen in on what's going on with air traffic control. And we'll transmit on COM 1. My colleagues on 1215, they will be listening on VHF 1 as well, VHF 2 and interval. Surprising how easily we can set up the airplane to go. On the McDo menu, we have company message. Let's go ahead and see what that is about. Received messages from the company, a load sheet. Lovely. So, 0 fuel weight 148732. 148.7 is good enough. 148.7, and the OFB 148.7 times and weights. 148.7, super. And takeoff weight 194.2, is that correct? 194.2.
Yeah, Wick traffic KLM 218 fully established on the ILS runway 26 left.
Okay, I gotta turn the traffic a little bit down. Okay, that should be better for everybody now. Take trip fuel 35.5. Is that what we have? 46.1. Okay, so trip fuel is different from the actual block fuel because obviously trip fuel includes all the other fuel stuff that we talked about. Landing weight as discussed. That's okay. Nil deductions, pantry effect. Accept. Let's go ahead and take that fly for ourselves. I could tell you the whole thing. Heathrow, iniBuilds Airbus A340-300 is a little bit heavy right now on my system along with streaming. So yeah, a little bit tough. EGLL 27 right for an immediate return. Flight plan, secondary flight plan, we're going to copy the active. And then we'll make a plan. After Dietling, our new destination, Echo Golf Lima Lima, we'll come back for the landing. And here on the secondary flight plan, the arrival will be an ILS approach runway 27 right. And don't really care, I think via... Okay, let me see what might look like the best via. I got Navigraph. Stand by. Let's go take a look. I'll show you how I figured that out.
218 on the final ILS runway 26.
So we'll go to the IAC plates for runway 27 right. And we know the departure takes us east, and I think the best is from Biggin, so we can sort of come back to Biggin and start the arrival there. There's a hold available too. From Big, we'll have the ILS approach. So if we go back to flight plan, secondary flight plan, you'll see here the departure to Dietling, and at whatever point we'll just select direct to Big when we're ready to go on this flight plan here, we can select runway 27 left for our departure. The detailing to Golf departure, and we'll insert that. The restriction is initial climb, and restriction will be 6,000. I'm not sure why I said 5. It was I don't know, just kind of thought it was 5. Good, 6,000 is set. With this all sorted, I also want to take a look at the RMP approach for 27 left, because I like to use the waypoints for the RMP. So Epsom, Echo Papa Mike. So that's what we're going to do in case of an engine failure as well. We'll keep going, and once we're ready, we'll just sort of go to Epsom. Unless there's something on the SID that takes us somewhere nice. Yeah, the SID takes us past Epsom, so that should be en route anyway. And then we'll hold at Epsom as is published on the RMP approach, runway 27 left. For an engine failure, of course, and that's up to 3,000 feet, and since it's there already, I'm not too concerned. 270 inbound with left ends. Okay, that's done. Navigation accuracy upgraded. VOR, okay. I'll just tune the VORs for the departure I intend on doing, which is here. So it's not really it's got an RNAV overlay, it's not a problem. So we need to depart 27 left, heading 268 at 1 mile from India Lima Lima, which is the ILS for 27 left. We'll turn left and heading 135 to intercept that QDM to Echo Papa Mike. So let's go ahead and tune all of that. We need Echo Papa Mike and India Lima Lima. India Lima Lima. Oh, it's tuned already. And ADF. Echo Papa Mike. Echo Papa Mike on both sides. So I will be watching Echo Papa Mike on ADF2. And then we also have the LS scale so we can see the distance. Okay. So it's mind myself again. We depart at 1 mile from Echo Lima Lima. We'll turn left for QDM 135 towards Echo Papa Mike, and then it's on QDR 0901 to Dietling, which is 1173. We can pre-select that somewhere here as well. 1173 Dietling. I'll go ahead and put that up here. And my colleague, I'll leave him on London in case we don't get the localized frequency. Then we turn at 2 of London. I can just go boom, and I'll see where London is in case the localizer's out. That was a lot of talking, and that is the emergency plan, all that sorted out. And let's go back to the takeoff performance. We can sync our FMGS 27 left. We can sync the weather. Anti-ice off, air conditioning. Like let's leave it on, so we're not too thrust limited. Kilograms, hectopascals, and meters. Takeoff run available. We need to reduce that a little bit because I said I wanted to prepare for the intersection departure. So if I look at the AGC here for London Heathrow, from Sierra 3 I have 3,200 meters. I'll make that 3,100, just say I do a terrible lineup. And we can, oopsie, 27 left. And as discussed, 3,100 meters. Done, and let's calculate this. Let's send that to FMGC. Let's make sure the weight's right. 194.9. 194.9 should match what we have also on the load sheet. There's another one now. 194.2, 194.9, so 700 kilos heavier, so that's actually a pretty good margin as well. So before we enter that, we can go ahead and enter all of this on the init page. We'll consider it uplinked. Block fuel is good. Fuel plan needs to be filled out. I'll do that after we get the performance in, and we can send that to the FMGS. Confirm takeoff data. Flaps 1 up 4.2, 53. We'll need to modify this for an NADP, which I have to figure out which one it is. in London. Yep, that's good. That's good. Fuel prediction. This is... Sorry. This is what we need to sort out now. On our OFB, our final reserve is 2.538. 538. Let's go ahead and make that 2.6. The time to our alternate requires 4.6 tons, 5.8. Let's go ahead and set 5.8 here because the routing isn't there, so it doesn't know. We can put the routing in cruise, which I shall do. 5% contingency. Minimum destination is 8.4 tons of fuel. 8.3 here, so I'm a little bit happy with that number. It's a little bit more accurate, so we know. Takeoff data uplink, yes, we've checked, we've already received. Now we need to take a look at the NADP that's required here in London Heathrow. I don't think the AOI charts are all that good here because there's a lot more onto an AOI bunch of pages, but here it just shows us the first page, so we don't have much use for it at this time. So while we wait here, I'm gonna go take a look at Navigraph, whose AOI will come out complete. Startup, pushback, noise abatement. Least disturbance practicable in areas surrounding the airport. After takeoff, operate aircraft so it is above 1090 feet at 6.5 kilometers from the start of the roll. Okay.
Heathrow Tower, good afternoon, Speedbird 4 Charlie Delta.
6.5 is about 3 miles.
6 miles final, runway 27 right.
Okay, so I don't see much else in terms of NADP, so I'm gonna go ahead and operate it in the quietest possible way I know.
Speedbird.
So, thrust reduction
Speedbird 4 Charlie Delta, do you read?
at affirm. 890, 890. In case of an engine out, we'll wait until 1500 feet above. So let's go ahead and say 1590.
Speedbird 4 Charlie Delta, do you read?
Lovely. So let's let the let's put the autopilot on managed. This on managed. Now we should see climb and nav as we do. And for the first time on stream, I'm gonna start doing checklists if I can find it. Give me a second. Oh yeah, they do have checklists. So, well, technically this is an A319 checklist, so this ain't gonna cover it. Okay, disregard. So we don't have a checklist. Everything's under control. Let's see how GSX is doing for the boarding. That's another 50, about 80 passengers. So there's no point waiting for them because we're ready. So I'm going to restart GSX. Invoice from Donata. Sounds like an airline problem. And we can, in the meantime, go ahead and start the APU. Oops, this is supposed to be on. Guys, don't smoke. Seatbelts can go on as well. We can start the APU. What else have I forgotten? Pumps I'll do later. Navigation and logos on. Strobes have to be off on VATSIM, otherwise it actually strobes for other people, so I've heard. And yeah, I think that's it. Once the APU is ready, we should be good to go. So I'll get GSX to shortly prepare us for push and start. Donata will be our handler today. Ah, Heathrow Tower is online. Let's go ahead and get a clearance from Heathrow. But there's an Emirates as well.
7 Whiskey Stand 542, push and start the blue to face south, Q8 10114.
Jeffrey, face south on the QNH 1014. That's 7 Whiskey.
Let's see if we can request now.
Your range 9014, the second left onto Bravo, then right kilo, stand 220.
It's information Lima. 402.
Left Bravo, then right on Kilo on stand 220 for your range. 914, thanks much.
Heathrow Tower, good afternoon. Gulf Air 2 Heavy.
Station calling Heathrow Tower, that's unreadable, carrier wave only.
Okay, let me see what's going on. Heathrow Tower, Gulf Air 2 Heavy, how do you hear?
Gulf Air 2, Heathrow Tower, hello, visibility 5.
Thank you. Gulf Air 2 Heavy, stand 402, Airbus 340, with information Lima request ATC clearance to Bahrain.
Thanks, Gulf Air 2, you clearance Bahrain, the Detling to Gulf departure, squawk 6205, and the QNH 1014.
Clear to Bahrain, Detling 2 Gulf departure, squawk 6205, QNH 1014, Gulf Air 2 Heavy.
That's correct.
Okay, Detling 5, as we had briefed already. 6,000 feet set for the departure. The only thing I need to now set up is my UNH, which I will set, sorry, my squawky code, which is 6205. That's coming up here. 6205. I'll go on auto as well because I'm about to ask for push any second now. And I think that's it. APU is available. I'll need to set that up for APU bleed, so we have that for the start. They are connected. Let's go ahead and get all the fuel pumps on. And we can disconnect the hydraulics. Next I gotta make sure all the ground stuff is disconnected from the airplane. It's something I tend to forget. We can remove ground power unit, remove the chocks, and we can arm all the doors. Lovely. What's it gonna ask for? Okay, so we are now gonna ask for push and start. Heathrow Tower, Gulf Air 2 Heavy, stand 402, request push and start.
Gulf Air 2, thanks, 402, push and start away.
Push and start approved, Gulf Air 2. I'd usually ask facing what direction, but I think that is pretty well understood today. So I'm just gonna quick edit the pushback on a map, just so I know we're going to the right place. Okay, no, that's not it. Okay, we're good to go, ladies and gents. Parking brakes are released. That's a block time. We'll start for now just the outer two engines. And on the taxi out we'll start the inner two. Why the outer two? It's because they provide more movement, so if I need to turn and need more of a push, because the force arm is longer from the center of movement
Speedbird 4 Charlie,
from the fulcrum, we'll be able to use it for the turn.
Set 4 Charlie Delta, Heathrow Tower, hello, visibility is 5.
Roger, thank you.
Well, there we are, getting a push. Yeah, I'm concerned we're getting pushed too far. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Oh, thank God. I didn't realize. So, quite a bit too far for me. Parking brake is set. Alright, in a twin engine I would give them confirmation for the good start here on GSX, depends of course on airline procedure. But with just one engine I'm gonna really struggle to get the A350 back into the stand, A340 back into the stand. So engine 4 is available, I'm gonna start engine 1. After a successful start of engine 1, I will advise them that they can leave. And based on those two engines I'll be able to taxi into stand again if anything were to go wrong. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Southern Whiskey request taxi. So 7 Whiskey, thank you. Second left Alpha, hold November, Bravo 2 Echo. Second left Alpha and hold left Bravo 2 Echo.
Alright, the second engine is ready. We'll stop the start sequence here. And we can let the guy know we have a good engine start. Actually, can I continue with the start? We'll do engine 3 next. There she goes. So the music you're hearing is Gulf Air's boarding from the 90s. I did disconnect, right? Did they leave? Okay. Took him a while. This is the part where you usually turn on the APU, but we need it. Oops, I forgot the beacon lights. Sorry about that, folks.
Heathrow taxi, but 272 heavy, fully established, 27 left.
Auto brakes max, speed brakes.
272, Heathrow Tower, hello.
Flaps 1.
Roger. Okay, let's go with that. 27 left, you clear to land, surfacing 220 degrees, 13 knots. 27 left, clear to land. Let's do the 270 heavy.
Okay, he's on his way. I'll stop the start sequence here. And we'll check the right aileron, left aileron, up 4.2 as we required. Elevators down. Elevators up. That'll disconnect. Full left. And full right. Alright, that's working well. Let's request taxi. Heathrow Tower, Gulf Air 2, request taxi.
Gulf Air 2, thanks, taxi Tango right, Seattle, hold Seattle 1.
Taxi Tango right, Sierra, hold Sierra 1, and we'll be ready from Sierra 3 as well, Gulf Air 2.
Gulf Air 2, Roger, if you prefer, you can hold Seattle 3.
Parking brake released. Predicted wind shear, I keep forgetting to turn this on. EWS on auto. And we'll continue with the start on the last engine as we taxi along. I'm using only power on the outboard engines to get me moving. And we are edging forward slowly. Maybe a little bit more thrust would assist in breaking away. Alright, here we go. Nice low taxi. The engine number 3 is available. We'll finish off with the start sequence.
So 272, okay to flight November 6, and it's the second left Bravo, first right Delta.
Takeoff config normal.
6, 7.
Second left Bravo, then right Delta, stand 567, speed with 270 heavy.
Yep. Just as I predicted, I thought I might be slightly off the apron, but still well on it. It's my first time here on Heathrow's Terminal 4, so it feels new, feels exciting. Tango continues on towards the right.
So 7 Whiskey Pacific and 220 degrees 13 knots on November Bravo 2 Echo 27 Max cleared takeoff.
November Bravo 2, Echo cleared takeoff from waiting left left, 7 Whiskey.
Heathrow, hello again, the Eurowings 252 requesting alpha clearance to Dubai. We have info Mike on board, aircraft type A321 and stand 220.
Chief actually hello again, the closest to Dubai, the Delhi to Golf departure, squawk 0475.
We're clear to Dubai, but it's Delhi to Golf departure and the squawk is 0475, the Eurowings 252.
Having to adjust spacing here for my joystick, flight yoke, the other word. The Airbus joystick, let's call it that. A little bit too close to the armrest, and it's not very easy to fly when it's like that.
So 272, you've missed Delta there. If you take the next right Charlie, and then you can take standard choice of Charlie.
Apologies, next right. Next right on to Charlie and then standard choice, speed with 270.
Tower Golf Air 2, just to confirm, is Sierra 3 available?
Golf Air 2, you can hold Sierra Bravo 3. And behind the departing British Airways 777, just on the runway there. At Sierra Bravo 3, line up 27 left behind.
Behind the departing British Airways 777, line up and wait runway 27 left behind via Sierra Bravo 3. Golf Air 2. Right, behind that traffic there, they're just about to roll. We can line up and wait, so I'll go ahead and get the lights started. Sorry, that was supposed to be, that was already on taxi, my bad. Get the strobes on the radios, we can go ahead to Tara, and we are set. There they go. Nobody else waiting for us, nevertheless we'll expedite, we'll keep that going. Give me a turn, come on. I like how she turns, there's a certain weight to it. Nice. Very nice.
Airline 714, hello, sir, control, full established runway 27 right, request clear for landing.
Air France 1214 Edinburgh, question. Heathrow Tower, hello. Surface 220 degrees 13 knots, runway 27 right, 2 clear to left.
Clear to land, runway 27 right, SS 114.
Spirit 7 Whiskey, code with Unicom 122 decimal, goodbye.
122 decimal, Spirit 7 Whiskey, thanks very much. Good afternoon.
Alright, I'm pretty happy to
Gulf
line up.
Air 2 to service in 220 degrees 13 knots, G7 knots clear takeoff.
We've takeoff from 27 left, Gulf Air 2. Alright, good wind, we are clear for takeoff. Runway 27 left, my hands aren't big enough to hit all the throttles at once. There they go. Landing lights on, and next up, Bahrain. Man flags 53 is assume temperature, SRS runway, auto thrust, blue.
You're going 252, thanks, stand 220, push and start to cruise face south.
Push and start approved, facing south, then 227 heelings. 252.
80 knots is what they say on a Boeing, but here we'll say 100 knots with a high-speed regime flight now. Rotate. Pause at a rate of climb. This is supposed to be an overflyway point. I'm not sure why that turn happened so quickly. I have until 1 mile from India Lima Lima to make that turn. Just give me a second. Lever climb. She can go on to climb thrust. And there we are. Nice long overfly left turn to Echo Papa Mike NTV.
Gulf Air 2, further with Unicom 122 decimal, goodbye.
Unicom 122 decimal 8 Gulf Air 2. Have a great afternoon. Bye.
You too.
Okay, a little bit over 30 degrees. I'll correct that just now.
Okay, one traffic, 5 miles final, 26 left.
This should be okay to set that bearing to Echo Papa Mike. Autopilot 1 engaged. Slats are retracting now.
Tower traffic, ED71 going around.
And we can go ahead and select flaps. Flaps up. Now that it's flaps up, we're gonna wait for no lights. Obviously this is just me doing Boeing stuff, so it's not entirely accurate. In fact, I'd say it's not accurate at all. So we are at altitude 6,000. The charts read 6,000, not level 60. So you're gonna see the altimeter is flashing at 6,000, asking to be changed to standard, but we're gonna disregard that. Speed alt man. There we go, that's flashing. We don't need the LS anymore. And since we're above 5,000, let me do so. I've now disarmed the speed brakes. The nose lights can go on to off. Turn off lights off. Da 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 da. That's okay. Flaps and gear are definitely up. on the speaker. No point hanging out here, slow, nobody's around. Let's see. What speed does she want on it? Okay, up to 310 knots. So we're gonna pull speed and we're gonna increase it all the way to 310. Oh, I love that spool up sound. Yes, man. Now we do it. That's it. Now we do it. Sorry, that was a bit loud, the music. I apologize. So yeah, now we're moving. Hola, ¿cómo estás? So that was belly dance music. Lovely.
Heathrow traffic, speedbird 830 Delta taxiing, holding point November Bravo 3 by Alpha Heathrow.
Okay, that's interesting. I guess the controller went offline.
Heathrow traffic, speedbird 461, well, flight level 90, descending flight level 70, exit ILS 279 Heathrow.
There's someone crossing us, 3,500 above. They out of Biggin. I'm just looking at the sort of radar here. There's a PC-24.
Gatwick traffic is you 13 to 5 miles, final runway 26 left. Gatwick.
And they're at 2,000 feet. And as far as I can see, there's nobody here who will be in my way. So we are going to disregard the SID and we're gonna get climbing. Let's go up to 17,000 feet and we can pull. Let's thrust climb, open climb. London town. You can see bits and pieces of it. There's the Chart and the phallic building, the phallic shade building. Auto FPS is trying to give me 30 frame per second, so it's taking away some of the detail around here. We'll get that back once we're clear, I guess. Yep, definitely past transition now. Standard set. My flap operator will set that too. And we can set that on the ISFT. Back at the work.
Aircraft DD93 Juliet 3, taxi on Bravo 172 via Quebec Alpha,
Traffic, EC71, joining initial approach at May 4000.
Right, we're through 10,000 feet. Sorry about that. I got a message that I needed to reply to. And landing lights can go off, seatbelts auto, definitely no smoking. And Oh yeah, we can go back to managed climb. Maybe if I go back to managed here as well. Let's climb nav.
Get accepted EV62 Mike uniform inbound May as number 2.
Get a traffic street bed 866 Hotel step 30.
Back to VOR here. And we can do this thing. Clear nav or something. Speed limit exceeded. It's fine. We clear. Clear once. Oh no. Yeah. Oh yes. We're here. And clear the. Everything is cav okay. Let's keep going. Let's get us at least into RVS 270 now. Below RVSM. And we can look here for cruise up to max. Fantastic. All the way up to 370. And that's what we are, 370. 370. Alright, Habibis. Lovely having you all on stream for the departure here. Learned a lot about GSX. That's all I learned. So we gonna end this stream here. And you can catch me for the arrival into Bahrain. Of course I haven't set up the arrival. But it's about 10:17. I'm gonna give myself a few shortcuts so I can get there earlier than 10:17, ideally just before 10. And sorry, 16. So 18. So 6. So just before 6 Zulu is where I wanna get to Bahrain. That puts us. We can probably start streaming at about 5:20 Zulu. I think that's appropriate. Very nice. Thanks for joining me once again. This is slightly different. This isn't the classic arrival streams that I prefer to do. But we'll catch you on for the next one. For the arrival, I mean. Gracias, obrigado. And we'll see you around the next time. Ciao.